Good day, students. Mr. Asher here, and I have something to show you. So this is coming out directly after my last video over trophies and quests, and I end up losing a lot in knockout with Colt, and Colt is a good brawler on here. But as you can see by these battle logs, we actually end up going on a winning streak. Now, half of these that I would actually probably say even more than half of these are actually just due to not only having good randoms, but also at the same time us just trying to be the best Colt that we can be on some of these maps here. And so I end up dying right there, so of course that's not starting out great, but this time we end up going for it. Now, these are my teammates who are obviously watching this through a replay, and they're not bad. They're not bad in any way whatsoever, especially the Leon. The Leon with his gadget, absolutely dangerous. The Gene is really good, and I actually really like the Leon pick. What ends up happening, of course, I am frustrated out of the fact that we lost 3 knockout games in a row. Some of those knockout games we're winning the first game and we end up losing 2-1, and that's always frustrating. So you see me break that barrel right there. When throwers or anyone hides behind a certain section, I have on the second gadget, I believe it's the second gadget, the silver bullet gadget, and I try to break that up because we need the least amount of space for them to be able to throw as much as possible. So right here, boom, the Leon takes out the dynamite before the dynamite could get off the super. The tick is still being, pretty aggressive, but boom, you see me take out the Colt right here. So now it's a 3v1. Guys, whenever it's a 3v1, you go after it, okay? You just be aggro, someone will take him out, and that tick made a mistake by throwing down that super, right? So now it is a 1-1 tie game. And now it's just our job to go as hard as possible when going against these brawlers here. Now, you already know that this ends up with a win, and the Leon takes out the dynamite again. But I really wanted to show you this is a redemption story for Colt. A redemption story out of the knockout games that we played, and because it just felt like we were doing so good. We were being aggressive. We were going after it with Colt. And not only that, we actually had some pretty good team comps to be able to win. But unfortunately, we just kept losing for an abundant different reasons. And that's just hard. And so right here, the Leon takes out the tick. I take out the crow, and it is a beautiful match. Now, unfortunately, they don't want to do a play again, which I was kind of sad about, but that's totally fair. Well, we got to show you one of the next matches, and sorry it takes me a little bit of time to go through these, but you see where we're winning. The Gene, Shelly, this is actually a pretty good video, and I'm not sure if it's because we're playing against bad randoms or what this may be, but literally this Gene goes after this Sprout, and absolutely I end up taking out the Sprout because the Sprout tries to go too aggro against the Gene here. You see me take out that barrel again. We need the least amount of space for them to hide as possible, and so I'm going to try to prevent them from hiding. Now again, I can't see where they are. Of course I can see them now, but I couldn't at the time. And this Bell trying to tap on us. We're trying to get the penny right here, and I did debate on actually breaking that wall to prevent the penny from doing anything. The penny tries to go in after the Gene. The Gene does damage as well as gets the gadget off and prevents himself from dying. We take out the Bell. Beautiful first game. Okay, second game, we know the penny has the turret, and I actually see the turret activate right here. So I'm going to try to get the turret out of the way and the Sprout. We were able to take out the Bell there, and the penny, predicted my movements and, unfortunately ended up getting us. Here, the Gene got the Sprout, but the Penny got the Gene. So now it's a 1-1 win. Now this Shelly, all this Shelly has done up to this point is actually just died, right? This Shelly has just straight up died in the way. We get rid of the Penny out of the way as soon as possible. We saw that the Penny was lined up right there, so I actually tried to aim intentionally to try to get the Penny before she got the turret. The Shelly comes in and actually does some work here. Now, my job is to get rid of this turret, okay? That was my only job. This Gene is trying to heal me up. We're trying to go back and forth. And this bell right here, this bell, of course, it's 3-1. Boom, the Shelly came in, takes the teleporter, takes care of the bell. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, we all play again, and you see in the log that we actually win the next match. And so at this point in time, if you followed along with both yesterday's video and today's video, we actually end up not doing so. We didn't win any of the knockout games that we were supposed to, but we end up winning with 2 games with that same Shelly Gene combo, and then we have a B, Tick, and Colt combo. And again, they have a Mortis right here and a Rico. And if you watch, so all of us are trying to go in on this Mortis because guess what? All of us are, especially the Tick, are squishy brawlers. Like the Tick and the Bell, they're kind of squishy right there. Now, again, I'm not trying to accidentally let this Bell hit me and tap me to do damage to both my teammates and us, but this Bell is getting a few taps in, and we took him out just like that. Like, it was so easy. And so in this one, I don't know what about it, but if you watch the last one, we end up losing our last game because a Mortis was in it. And the Mortis, you know, it's a good pick, but you have to be appropriately aggressive, especially when there's like a bee on board. A bee on board is hard to be aggressive properly with a Mortis, especially if they have a star power involved. I missed my silver bullet star power, or gadget rather, and we didn't end up breaking that wall, but boom, they took out the Rico and I just used my super right there. It was absolutely beautiful. So those are 3 games. We made comeback stories in those 3 games, and you saw our battle log. We absolutely won. But it was just fun, and I had to show you the redemption story for Colt and in Knockout. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. With that being said, class is dismissed.